The Doctor is back, with a new companion, new adventures, and new robots. But how did the robot revolution go as the first story of a brand new season? Welcome back to Who Review. Before I jump into this review, let me just give you a little heads up that this review will contain spoilers of the first episode of the brand new season, so watch along at your own risk. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below so you don't miss a brand new episode of Who Review every single week. Now, first up, I will admit that I didn't love this story as much as I had hoped that I would. Honestly, I'm really disappointed that I didn't enjoy it as much as I was really wishing that I would enjoy it. The story itself was interesting. It was very average. It wasn't terrible, let me just say that, but it certainly wasn't amazing. I like what Russell T Davies was trying to do, and the concept of the repercussions of the whole naming of a star. But overall, the story just fell flat. I did like the idea of a war between the robots and the Miss Belinda Chandra kind, but it just felt very, very rushed. The whole story felt very rushed. If anything, it needed to be much longer to be fleshed out a bit more. Instead of 40 minutes, maybe 60 minutes for a season premiere. Ncuti was great as the Doctor as usual. I didn't have a problem with him this episode, but I do feel like we didn't get to see the Doctor shine like we usually do. Like he was watered down or something. I don't know how to explain it, but the Doctor just felt really boring, like a side character. Now this season opener also gave us a brand new companion who I really did like. I felt that I didn't connect with Belinda as quickly as I did with Ruby, but I mean it's just the first episode, so that's not a big deal. Varida was fantastic, and I'm really excited to see more of her. I thought she was really, really great. Her sass, her wit, and I really did like that Belinda challenged the Doctor and stood up to him at certain points. The Doctor and Belinda's relationship was good. It also felt a little bit rushed, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it evolve throughout the season. I felt like Ncuti and Varida had really, really great chemistry. The robots were pretty cool. I really liked their design, but I do feel like we should have gotten more with the robots, and dare I say it, they might be added to my list of wasted monsters in the Whoniverse. Now this is going to sound really silly, but the believability of it all was just a bit off with Belinda. Like, she should have been more freaked out that she had been kidnapped by robots or that she was on a different planet. But her reactions to a lot of things was just a bit disappointing. Like it just, as a viewer, as a Doctor Who fan, I was kind of not in the moment with her. Like I just wasn't believing it. Mrs. Flood as Belinda's neighbour was a cool little surprise. She's supposedly appearing in every episode this season, so I was waiting for her to pop up in the episode, but having her as Belinda's neighbour was rather interesting. But I'm rather intrigued to see how Mrs. Flood is going to show up in each story this season. Now the Doctor's friend Sasha Dine was really weird. Like we barely knew the character, and it just felt like it was sort of being forced upon viewers that we should be upset by this. But on that, there was a lot of brushed over, rather rushed dialogue. Like the Doctor had lived on the planet for 6 months. It was all very quick information that we heard and then we immediately had to move on from. So it was just, so much info in such a short span of time. Now the AI generator. Oh man. Alan was of course the AI generator. That was just, very predictable. Like I called it at the very start. The ending of this story I felt was the very best part of the whole story. Belinda's reaction to the TARDIS was good. I thought it was really amusing and honestly rather sort of realistic as to how one would react. I really liked that. The TARDIS not being able to land in 2025 was really cool. I liked that. And I'm intrigued to find out more and more about that as we go on throughout the series. Overall, the robot revolution was sadly disappointing. For me, I got my hopes up. I was really hopeful that it was going to be great, that it was going to be better than season 1 as a whole, but unfortunately not. Look, okay, I did think that this season premiere was better than Space Babies, but only just. It did have its positives, but overall, the Robot Revolution, I didn't enjoy it. The Robot Revolution, 5 out of 10. Next week looks great, but I'm trying so hard not to get my hopes up again. I do love a good mix of live action with animation, like Space Jam or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so next week's episode could be really good, but like I said, I'm trying not to get my hopes up after this first, rather disappointing story. But what did you think of the Robot Revolution? Let me know in the comments down below.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the Whovian Commonly YouTube channel. Cool.